John Rogers, Sainsbury's Chief Financial Officer. Mr. Rogers, welcome to Countdown. You're beating expectations in a high-inflation, wage-squeezed world, wage-squeezed Britain. For how long do you think you can carry on making this sort of progress?
Well, the reports that we announced today, the like-for-like of 2.6%, represents very consistent performance, in fact, over the last 18 months, very strong performance for our business. So I think if we keep doing the right things by our customers, then that performance should continue going forwards.
The right thing for your customers, presumably in this sort of environment, is lower prices. But I'm just wondering how squeezed those price margins are right now. Have you gone as far as you possibly can on those items that you have already discounted?
Well, pricing is very important, but of course it's only one component of the customer offer. It's very important to get quality right, to get service right, and the ambience of our stores right. So all these things form part of the overall customer offer, and you have to get them all right, not just price, in order to win in the market.
Tesco, of course, the Britain's #1 supermarket. Some might say it's a bit of a wounded animal. You've got to be careful of wounded animals. They're coming back with greater investment in their stores, in customer services. How are you going to respond?
Well, we've been competing, of course, against Tesco's for many years now, and we've been demonstrating that we can outperform in what is always and has been a very tough market. So certainly we're not concerned about the overall market conditions. We continue to do the right thing for our customers and continue to expect to perform well going forwards.
We have, of course, got the budget later on today. John Rogers, Sainsbury's Chief Financial Officer. What would you best like to hear from the Chancellor? What would help the retail sector in Britain?
We would welcome anything that eases the pressure on consumers. I think consumers have had a very tough time over the last 18 months, particularly on things like fuel price inflation, for example. That squeezed their daily budgets, and anything, frankly, that the Chancellor can do today that eases that pressure would be very much welcomed by the retail sector.
But you're not really going to expect anything like tax cuts, for instance, a lowering of VAT. That's really off the cards, you think?
I'm not sure VAT would be the right place to go. I mean, of course, changes in VAT, and we've seen quite a few of those over recent years, place quite a high administrative burden on retail businesses. But I think things like increasing the threshold, for example, on income taxes, perhaps holding back on adding any further duty on fuel, these things will be a blessing for the customer and will certainly ease the pressure that they're facing at the moment.
When you look at Britain's economy, just give me a snapshot of how you think it's doing. Do you have confidence that we are on the right track, or actually you want more stimulus measures out there?
I think, there's no doubt it's going to continue to be tough going forward for the next 18 months, but I think the government's doing the right thing in managing the spend. I think that the next year will be tough. I think inflation may come off slightly towards the back end of the year. I think we have events like the Diamond Jubilee, the European Cup if we proceed to the final rounds, and of course the Paralympics and the Olympics, which we hope will provide a bit of an uptick for consumers and encourage greater spend. So it's not all doom and gloom. It will continue to be a tough year, but there's certainly some opportunity for brighter moments.
A tough year, but opportunity for brighter moments. John Rogers, Sainsbury's Chief Financial Officer. I'm grateful to you. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.